So in today's sponsor, I'm just kidding. I actually don't sponsor specific videos at this time, maybe in the future. I do have a company that is channel sponsored, which is Cover Insurance, and it's cover.com, or you can find the link below if you want the affiliation. They're a company similar to what we do, the company that I work with, that shops multiple companies across over 30 plus companies in your state. Pretty powerful. So that's kind of a cool tool that you guys have available. That's one of the reasons I partnered with them. But that leads into this article because it worked out perfectly. This article that most Americans don't shop for car insurance, or most Americans are losing money on car insurance because they're not shopping. I get part of that because I've been with the company, which is Citizens Insurance, many of you have asked, and it's because I've been with them for almost 7 years now. Absolutely love them. I've gotten better, cheaper deals, but haven't necessarily switched. So when you find the one that you like, sometimes $100 savings isn't enough for you to move that needle to take that extra risk. Now, those companies that I've actually found that are cheaper, Progressive and I believe Allstate, I'm not quite sold on some of the benefits that they have on the home part, not so much the auto, because the auto is very comparable with most of these. And oddly enough, one of those was through Cover when I was doing the sample. I'll link that below or link that little icon here if you guys want to watch that review. But it was kind of cool. It almost cut my bill in half, but I didn't end up going through the home portion. So I kind of dropped the ball on that. I'm sorry. It was super interesting to see because they actually took a study from a company called Expertisecom, and they said 60% of the people that were surveyed didn't even shop for insurance or very rarely shop their insurance overall. 22% said they don't even shop insurance, period, which is kind of crazy. And I got a feeling that those people that are answering that are most likely the older generation. What I found is, through being an agent for a decade, is that when you come across the older generation, you can get them to switch. It's not just based off of savings, because they're not just looking for the best deal, because money isn't necessarily a huge factor. It's the level of service you're willing to give them, the attention that you can give them, along with a little bit of savings mixed into it as well. Usually it's only because they're frustrated with a different company, and that's kind of a benefit if you're the answer to that. When you're younger, 20 to 25 or even younger than that, anywhere from 16 we'll say to 30, you're typically going to shop a bunch because you're trying to find those matches and you don't know what you're doing. I was one of them. I remember I was with Geico. I canceled my policy yelling at them how much I hated them, and I found out that they were the cheapest ones around at the time. I can't even get them today, but still, it was kind of funny. I called them back, uncanceled my policy a day later, and it cost me more money because I had a 1-day lapse. So naturally, there's a lot of different pieces. When you hit that 30 to 35-year-old level, you kind of get a handle on your finances, and you're more straight to know that your insurance is going to hurt you if you mess up. And that's one of the reasons this channel is here, is to help you guys not mess up like that. But it's really crazy how a lot of people don't shop for insurance. It's partially because they don't know where to look. So I'm going to give you the answers. According to this article, if you are a Gen Z and you're paying more than $270, I'm assuming this is monthly. If you're a millennial and you're paying more than $228, Gen X if you're $189 a month, and baby boomers if you're paying more than $135 a month for your insurance policy. That's the average across the US according to this article from Fox Business. And if you're paying more than that, it's really time for you to look around because there's a lot of options. Now, it does depend on the state you're in. If you're in Texas or Florida or Illinois or Pennsylvania, I've got videos on these channels for you. I believe I even have a California one as well. But if you're not in those states, you can either A, leave me a comment below and I'd be happy to help, or B, that link below that I mentioned is a really good way to shop 30 some odd companies with the swipe of a button. You don't physically have to call anyone, although I do recommend still calling and talking to the agent afterwards. But either way, it's kind of a nice feature for you to have where you can go to a quick site that compares all the companies for you. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Have you shopped your insurance in the last 1, 3, 5, or 10 years? If so, what was the findings that you found? Did you accidentally go onto one of those websites and now you're getting 50 phone calls? I get it. Like I've dealt with those pieces too, but I'm curious to see what your experiences were. Let me know in the comments below. I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I'll see you in the next one.